Mornings and afternoon delight for our friends and fantabulous night. Come on and sit side by Susan Blackwell. Sit your manners down and get side by Susan Blackwell.
Hey everybody, it's me, Susan Blackwell, and today I'm side by side my favorite Broadway craftivist from Jagged Little Pill. Look everybody, it's Elizabeth Stanley.
Hi everybody.
Elle Stans, tell our friends at home where we are.
We're at Lamano Pottery on 26th Street.
Which brings us to our newest segment, Why Have You Brought Me Here?
Good question. Well, you asked me to choose a place that was happy and meaningful to me.
Significant.
And here we are.
And why is this place significant to you?
See, like you're just instinctively doing what I think you're supposed to do. Confession, it has been a couple years since I've been able to take class.
But
so
you
have
taken classes here.
But I have. In my downtime, as you know, actors, we have downtime.
Sometimes.
You'll
throw a pot.
I was like, I want something creative that's not being an actress.
Yes. True confessions. I watch people throwing pots on Instagram for pleasure, to relax. This is what I watch, but I've never done
How
it
does it
before.
feel doing it? Does it feel as pleasurable doing it yourself?
It feels great.
You feel pleasured?
Settle down. Pause your wheels. We're going to play a little game called 30-Second Life Story. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. You're going to tell me your whole life story. Don't leave out the awesome parts. Starting now.
Okay, I was born to Jan and Chris in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I have an
Jan Stans?
Yeah, Jan Stans. I have an older brother named Matt, and then we moved to Denison, Iowa, and then my younger brother, John, came along, and my older brother and I quickly named Buttnut. It's his nickname. Very important detail, exciting part. And then Buttnut, and then I was on a swim team. I loved swimming at that point in time. And
10 seconds.
Always doing crafting, and then we moved to Camp Point, Illinois, and then I went to school at Indiana University.
5 seconds.
And now I moved to New York City, and I just got engaged, and I'm here with Susan Blackwell doing pottery.
Well done. I feel like the major takeaway from that is Buttnut Stans. Super bonus, tell me the name of that autobiography.
Sister of Buttnut. Yeah.
What is it like to star in Jagged Little Pill on Broadway?
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's fun to sing them on a stage and have the music be cranked really loud. But I also like Deborah Cody wrote us this amazing, hilarious script. So it's like the best of all my dreams.
This shit's out of control.
Oh my God,
it's out of control.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Do you have any tips, tricks?
So maybe stop the wheel for just a sec.
What instruments do you play?
Well, the piano is the one that I've actually studied the most and would say I really play this instrument. So I play the oboe. I'm not gonna really say I play it anymore. I played it when I was younger.
Okay.
I played it recently in a show and I was like, that's it, we're not doing this anymore. That's too hard.
You retired the oboe?
It's been retired. But so I play the oboe and then I really wanted to be drum major because obviously that's a very cool thing to be. But I had to be in the marching band first. So I was like, well, what instrument do you need since I can't play oboe? And she's like, tuba, because no one else wants.
I was going to say tuba.
No one else
Please
wants
say
to
tuba.
carry that in the parades, right?
Do you got any pictures of that? You and the tuba?
I'm sure someone does.
Let's take a look.
Oh.
You were the valedictorian of your high
Oh my
school
God.
class. What
Where'd
the
you
what,
find all of
Egbert?
this jazz. I made a plate. See, it just turned into a plate.
I know it'll surprise you like that.
Let's just call it like it is. I went to a tiny high school. There were 70 some people in my graduating class.
Same. I went to a tiny high school. There were 87 people. I wasn't the valedictorian, let us just say.
Well, that's just because I was a nerd who
Were you studious?
I was so studious.
So you were playing the tuba and studying.
That's right. Why did I have a boyfriend?
I've really made something abstract.
It's gorgeous.
Look at this. This was a beautiful, clean thing.
I love the
before we
jagged
started.
edge the most. It's really
That jagged little
it's
edge.
your signature, I think.
Look how nearly clean yours is. You
yeah,
made a
I
dinner
just
plate.
cleaned it all off.
I've made nothing but a mess. Before becoming a Broadway star, you were a cater waiter. Care to comment, Elizabeth Stanley?
Yeah, worked for Yippee with 3 E's in a polyester tuxedo that I never washed. Just be careful when you're getting a, a spanakopita from someone.
You know what holds smells? Polyester tuxedos.
I just couldn't be bothered.
You never just wanted to give it a dunk.
Well, it was like I didn't want to pay for it to be dry cleaned because it was like expensive.
It's expensive.
And I was
You were a cater waiter.
I was like, I don't care about this outfit.
You had your home feng shuied for love. Care to comment, Elizabeth Stanley?
Yes.
Did you bring in a professional feng shuier? I don't know what you would.
Yes, my therapist, I was like talking about this and she's like, I actually have a friend who does that. And her name is Kate McKinnon, not like the...
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
Bagwas are the different sections of your home.
Sure.
Each bagua has a different energy. So one of them is love and relationships. My apartment was missing that entire section.
You had no bagua?
My bagua was in someone else's apartment.
Was Kate...
Know what I'm saying? There are corrections you can do.
I see. So you don't have to start swinging a sledgehammer into that wall.
No.
No.
You just hang a mirror. Get a crystal.
Nix a cactus?
Oh my God, the cactus. Yes, you have been doing really good research. So I had a lot of plants, but I had a lot of succulents and a lot of cacti.
Sure.
Cactus. They were always in the love corner of literally every single room because that's where that was the sunniest spot.
Yeah.
And she was like, you need to not have a spiky, pokey desert plant in that corner.
Penis plant.
You can have a plant, but maybe it should be a lush, dark green, overgrowing.
What did you do with your
heart-shaped
cactuses?
leaves. I gifted them to other people.
You took this seriously.
Yeah.
But joke's on everybody because it worked. In the Singing Hoosiers, I was all like... When I played the Mother Abbess in The Sound of Music in summer stock, I was all like...
Old age makeup.
In Crybaby, I was all like...
Hey guys, what's up? I have a baton.
In $1 Million Quartet, I was all like...
I'm trying to be sexy in a dark wig.
In The Bridges of Madison County, I was all like... That's what I'm talking about. In Jagged Little Pill, I'm all like...
Momtown.
When I'm at home with my fiance, Charlie Murphy, I'm all like...
Fart jokes.
What is the craziest or weirdest or funniest thing you have ever seen in a theater, in the house, backstage, outside of a theater?
In the current show, in Jagged Little Pill, anytime there is something that is highly dramatic on stage, there's usually shenanigans happening in the wings.
Just to so you go home and you can feel a little lighter and looser?
Yeah, so I have a really intense scene where I'm really angry and I hit my
Yes.
son. And as soon as I come off stage after that, I'm just and I do this really ridiculous dance in the wings with all the stage hands, and my dresser is waiting for me, and she's like, hey, just to shake
it off.
Yeah.
How does it go again?
It's really shaky.
A lot of that?
Yeah.
That's so smart.
Feels good right now even, right?
You're smart
'Cause
like
this
a
is traumatic.
valedictorian.
Oh my God.
I've got your nose,
Okay.
and you can have it back. But first, you have to sing me a song, any song that you choose.
Time and again I long for adventure, something to make my heart beat the faster. What did I long for? I never really knew. Finding your love, I found my adventure. Touching your hand, my heart beats the faster. All that I want in all of this world is you.
Keep singing. This has been another amazing episode of Side by Side by Susan Blackwell with my beautiful friend Elizabeth Stanley. Go see her in Jagged Little Pill. You will not regret it.
Come see me. You are. Should I stop?
No, keep going forever. You can have it back.
Oh, thanks. When I started dating Charlie, I kept saying oh, you remind me of my brother so much. You're very funny and you're tall and you're whatever. And he was like, this is kind of awkward. And so then when we were making out for the first time, I was like, this is just like my brother. And he's like, that was the moment I knew that I liked you because you were funny and weird.